I'll be a business management associate, which is a sales position. We work a lot with data analysis, do a lot of marketing analytics, putting presentations together, and then we go talk to other businesses, usually at corporate headquarters such as Safeway, anywhere like that, and go try to either sell a product, or we work as vendor partners with a lot of people, so try to work with them in kind of a mutual partnership to get both of our businesses to increase in sales. General Mills is a consumer packaged goods company. It's one of the largest food producers in the world. It's based in Minneapolis, but there are offices and factories all over the United States. It has brands such as Cheerios, Pillsbury, Betty Crocker, Campbell's, a lot of the brands that you are familiar with and grew up with. I was looking for internships online. I wasn't having any luck. I was looking at places like ESPN, Nike, places that everybody wants to work for, but it's almost impossible to get a job there. I was contacted by Dave Whitney, who got in touch with the recruiter that was coming to campus, and he asked him if he thought there were any candidates that would be good for the position, and he gave him my name. He sent me an email on a Monday that they were doing kind of an on-campus event, and so I had never really thought about sales up to that point, but I decided I would go just because it was a great company and it looked like an interesting job and they paid well. So I went to the information session. I was really interested in the job. The next day I had an on-campus interview. They called me back 2 hours later and I had to do a series of tests. They have us do an IQ test, kind of personality-based test. And then 2 days later they called me back and they wanted me to come to Scottsdale for a final round interview. So that was a day and a half long of interviews, kind of with the big wigs in the company, and I found out the next day that I got the job. So it was a really quick process for me, and it just kind of came to me by luck. And then I interned with them that summer, and then I was offered a job at the end. So I decided to take it because I love working there. At first I got the job because of a personal reference, which was Dave Whitney had referenced me to the recruiter. I think that in the beginning it was based off of my resume. I had a 4.0, so I think that kind of caught their eye, as well as different leadership positions, not only being involved in a club, but having a leadership role within a club. During the first rounds of the interview process, I think it was kind of personality based and being able to joke around and be friendly and kind of personable, because that's really important with sales and business to business especially. And then when I got to the final rounds, it was really important to demonstrate my interview skills, how well I spoke, and then kind of my ability to demonstrate analytical skills, which are kind of central to the job. So it was a combination. We sit around finding our way. It was a combination of the people, the company, and then I really liked what the work I was doing at the job. It kind of tied into the marketing major with a lot of data analysis and the opportunity to present and get to go travel and, I don't really know exactly where I want to go professionally. If I like General Mills, which I certainly see myself staying there for a while, I would probably continue on the path there. Which will eventually lead me to Minneapolis for a few years, and then trying to get to an upper management position. But no matter what, I would like to go get my MBA. I'd like to go to graduate school. That's been a personal goal of mine for years. So I'd like to do that, hopefully, at a Ivy League school, one of the top schools. So I would like to do that, but I think you'll find that when searching for schools to attend, they pretty much always require real-world work experience. So that's something that I'm trying to attain now and then create the best application possible. But those are my professional goals. I would say certainly don't put it off. Start early. I think a lot of people believe that finding an internship is easy as long as they're intelligent and have leadership experience, which is not true at all. I know that through experience, it's almost impossible finding a job online. I would say go for something that is more in a niche market instead of the really popular industries, which are sports and advertising and fashion and PR. I would say find something that you're interested in, but that's still attainable, because in order to get into many of those industries, it's necessary to have a connection. So I would say try to make in-person connections, go to the career fairs, meet recruiters, find out what you're interested in. It's never too early to start. So I would say just be yourself, never be afraid to talk to people, and network.